Welcome home, Jin.
Hey, Akos.
I hear the Aegis awakened. Nasty shock for you? Or was it? Of course, my script showed how everything would play out from the start.
Sure, you say that once it's all over and done with. It's easy to act smug when hindsight's on your side.
Shut your mouth, Abrona.
I'm shaken to my core.
Where are the other two?
Mikhail's inspecting the Ardainian factory. And my beloved sister is out hunting, as always. I'm sure she'll have found plenty of drivers to chew up and spit out by now.
She likes to hunt, all right. Not sure we can use all of those core crystals, though.
Do we know where the Aegis is right now?
Have no fear, Jin. Of course we know her whereabouts. Abrona?
Yeah.
It seems they're currently traveling away from the urban area of Gormott.
Leaving the town. But there's nothing out that way.
Perhaps they're on their way out of Gormott itself. Oh, and
What?
it seems a certain shipment has set out.
The core crystals heading to Indal for cleansing, huh? How pious of them. Shall we handle them?
I can deal with that myself. You concentrate on the Aegis.
Understood. Well, I am looking forward to clapping eyes on the Aegis. By the way, what of Nia?
You know where she is?
Yes. Look, this dot here. Without a doubt, this is Dromark's wavelength. It seems they're traveling together with the Aegis.
With the Aegis? Huh. Do as you see fit.
Understood. You don't need to ask me twice.
Right then. We're gonna take the Monoceros.
As you wish.
Hey. Don't do anything too reckless.
What is that?
A Cloud Sea compass. A must-have for salvagers. It's sort of a map of the Cloud Sea. If you do this, and this... What's the date today?
Amathatober 5th, 4058.
Okay. So now we put the date in. See?
Oh, this is very clever.
Looks like Gormott is the closest country to the World Tree right now.
All we need is a ship.
The army has every ship in town in its grip.
We're kind of stuck.
Seems that way.
Sorry, I'm no use now.
I know. But I'm all out of ideas.
Rex needs ship. Tora have good idea.
You do?
There is shipbuilder living at Gormott Titan's Bum. Old friend of Tora's Grampypon, he called Umon. Maybe he help if we tell him what's what.
Sure, it's worth a shot. Let's get going.
Time for the getting a ship story side quest thing. What voice was I doing for Rex before? I don't even remember. Let's try to just not screw it up too bad. Tora, the place where this Umon guy lives isn't affected by the Cloud Sea tides, is it? Why Rex ask? Well, I noticed the Cloud Sea has been pretty low ever since we went off to save Nia. It's still low now, right? I was worrying that depending on the situation, we might be forced to find a different route. Rex has a point. The Cloud Sea tides have a marked effect on the areas you are able to traverse. I think that was closer to Dromark's voice than a freaking Gramps'. Sometimes the Cloud Sea may allow you to swim to places that were once out of reach. I can't even do his voice. But equally, it can submerge previously reachable areas, halting your progress. Exactly. So I was wondering whether we need to worry about any of that where we're going now. That makes sense. But it's no problem. Path to shipyard of Umon not affected by Cloud Sea at all. That's good to know. If it was somewhere we could only reach at high tide, we'd have to rest up somewhere until the clouds rise. That doesn't sound too bad to me. Frankly, I'd welcome a well-earned rest at an inn while we wait for the tide to change. No offense, Rex, but your helmet isn't always the most comfortable abode. Yes, you can always have us stretch and lie down next time we visit the inn at Torgoth. For now, though, we go to Shipyard of Umon. So that was just like an introduction to like tides change when you rest up and stuff. Where am I going? Where am I going here? Where we leave off again? Been staring at the stream trying to think back. Yeah, thank goodness the gap between chapter 2 and chapter 3 is one of those ones where it's like we weren't in the middle of any like super major story stuff at the time where it's like you have to know what just happened in order to know what's coming up next. Like, thank goodness for that. Where we left off, we faced off against Morag, the Flamebringer, because she wanted to take the Aegis into custody. We escaped, and then we were off, like, having a campfire over here and singing the campfire song, you know? So, yeah. I think you remember was two nunchuck laser sword things and big personalities. Yeah, we faced off against Morag and Brighid there, and I need to see where the heck I'm going here. Whoops, I'm used to hitting that button for, like, the menu. I have to hit X for the menu in this game. And hello, Gordmaster. Okay, so we need to go... Where do we have to go again? It's, like, on the lower level some... Oh, I can change the thing like that. Oh, it's not on the lower level. Wait a second. No, I don't want to travel to that destination. I'm getting mixed up with my Xbox controller I use for Xenoblade Chronicles 1. But yeah, so it's... Like, we weren't in the middle of, like, any major story stuff. Like, between other chapters, it's very much like you have to know what just happened in order to understand what happens next. But between chapter 2 and chapter 3, it's like the perfect area where it's like, you can take a big break between those, and it doesn't really matter. Where the heck am I going? Okay, we're just gonna start walking towards the marker. Screw it. And see where it takes us. And also, we're in New Game Plus now. So, I mean... First of all, I'm fast. Look at this. Because my 160 hours I have in the game, I think I've collected all the speed upgrades. So, like, my casual stroll that I used to take is now, like, super speedy fast. Because, you know, I got all them 5% speed upgrades and stuff. So now I'm fast. And yeah, I also have a whole bunch of progress on things. I don't have the blades I had on Rex before, considering that, you know, considering this is a different save file. Like right now, I just have Pyra, and I put on Telos, which is actually a free DLC blade that came out a few months after release. So I guess I'll be using Pyra and Telos for now. What do I have on Nia? I forget. Okay, I have those three, and Tora still just has Poppy there. Pretty much. And also, since it's New Game Plus, you might be wondering, why am I not like level 99, like the max level? And the answer for that is, you can level down at inns in New Game Plus. So,
And arrived.
like, when you go to an inn in the regular game, you can use your bonus experience to level up. But in New Game Plus, to adjust your difficulty, you can also level down. So you can decrease your level, if you'd like, to like augment your own difficulty. So my level may be low, but my core chips here that I have are still crazy strong. I mean, I don't have any core chips on Telos right now, so like her auto attack is at 18. But if I put on one of these end game chips here, it would go from 18 to 815 from auto attacks. Like, what happens if I sort these by rarity? Like, look at these. I have 99 spiral chips, and I can send this up to 755. Like, I'm just gonna use one of these ones I have 99 of. Screw it. I don't even know, man. Look how many of these random chips I have. I mean, sure, let's actually use one of these. I don't even care. So I have a whole bunch of endgame chips. So despite the fact that my level's low, I still hit like a truck. So because of that, I've tried to fix that, because in New Game Plus, I think it's New Game Plus exclusive, you can actually customize your difficulty level by however much you want here. So I went into enemy maximum HP and I turned it up all the way to the maximum. Like, the enemy HP isn't going to be going any higher than this. This is at the max here. And I was still deleting stuff when I was testing this out. So despite the fact that enemy maximum HP is at max, I might still be deleting things for a little while. I'm sorry. Wait, this is by default at max? But yeah, and yeah, the Sonic movie trailer does not look okay at all. Yeah, Batman dies in Endgame, exactly. But please avoid, like, actual Endgame spoilers around here, because that's no bueno. I mean, there's some other, like, things that I can augment, but, like, I'll probably just, like, leave it as is. Like, I can increase their attack frequency and stuff like that. Like, I defeated Morag in this New Game Plus when I was, like, level 5 or something like that. And despite the fact that I was doing, like, crazy amounts of damage, she was also doing crazy amounts of damage to me because I was, like, level 5 or something like that. And then my level shot up to 11 for being so underleveled and defeating that boss. So my level might be low here, but I'm probably still gonna be deleting things. I mean, I could always just take off the end game chips and put on, like, better ones. But putting on a chip is like a consumable thing. It's not like you can just, like, take one out to save for later and put another one on in the meantime. Like, I don't know how many of the really good endgame ones I have, so I don't want to take off the chips that I already have on blades like Pyra, because I don't even know how many, like, duplicates I have. I have no idea where the heck I'm going. I forget how to get to Umon's shipyard. It's like somewhere down this way, I think. I don't even remember. I don't even remember how to get there. Yeah, the end game chips.
So, shall we?
Okay, so it wants me to go this. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I go, like, up first, I think. So maybe if I climb this branch here or something like that. I don't quite remember. I don't quite remember, man. But it is also very nice to be running this fast. Like, I don't know if anybody remembers what my run speed was like in the non-New Game Plus thing that we were doing before, but now I'm ultra fast. Am I going the right way? Yes, no, maybe so. I don't even remember. Ah, that's the way, isn't it? 1, that's where the marker is pointing, and 2, now it's starting to look familiar. This is the way that we can go to the shipyard. Gotcha, gotcha. There's like a way round back here. And now we can be ultra fast. I just wish we could be, like, super ultra fast like Xenoblade Chronicles X. Like, right around in skills. Yeah, my run speed was like Incineroar and Smash. Yeah, it wasn't.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was kind of like a casual stroll. Luckily, through side quests in this game, you can get, like, permanent buffs to your speed. You can get, like, 5 of them, I think, and they each increase your speed by 5%. So I think I'm running 25% faster than I would normally. I think. I don't actually remember. I don't remember, man. I think I collected them all. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know these things. There should be, like, a gravestone over there from, like, a unique monster that I killed once before. That those carry over to New Game Plus. Also, because this is a New Game Plus here, if I go into Blades and check my Blade album, I have, like, I've got, like, everybody from the main game. Like, there's a few DLC ones that I'm missing, like a few ones that are exclusive to New Game Plus that I don't have, but we're playing New Game Plus now, so we'll be able to get them sometime during this. And also, I have, like, all my characters that I have here already. I have quite a decent handful of other blades. I don't know why the heck these ones are on Nia, but whatever, I guess. Whatever, I suppose. But yeah, see you, Cornmaster. But yeah, so once we get the other party members, I guess it's not, like, hold on, I want to see how much I delete these things. You ready? Like, look at that health bar. Look at this. This is custom difficulty with their HP turned up to maximum, and this is how much damage we're doing. Like, keep in mind. Keep in mind that that much damage that I was doing was. Oi.
Chiefing's a real problem.
Keep in mind that that's after. Dang it! I keep pressing the wrong buttons because I'm getting mixed up with my controls for Xenoblade 1 with my Xbox controller where A and B are swapped. Keep in mind that that damage is after going into custom difficulty and turning enemy at maximum HP bar up to maximum. Keep in mind that I literally can't make their health go any higher in custom difficulty, and that's how much I'm deleting them, despite the fact that I'm like level 11. I just went up to level 12 there because I'm still a little bit under-leveled by like the standards of... Dang, I'm used to playing Xenoblade 1 now. I tried to just walk through that and pick it up. I forgot you actually have to interact with them, and then you get multiple items. Man, oh man. And speaking of Netflix, they've recently have not sucked like they usually do. Like, they actually have enjoyable things on it. I haven't seen Netflix in a little while, but definitely been some pretty alrighty things lately. Rex just did 4,000. Yeah, I mean, some of these core chips that I have are like, oh my goodness, I can put even better things on here. I'm currently at 747 auto attack damage. I could bump it up to 951 if I want to. Let's not do that. How about? I'm already the enemies are already a joke enough as is. Let's not make them even more of a joke. How about? You know, how about not do that?
Hello? Umon! Umon! Where is Umon?
Who is that? Who is noisy while I do my work? Tora! This big surprise!
Long time no see, Uncle Pon.
Yes, long time. About 1 whole year?
Yes, about that.
You became very big in 1 year, Tora.
Yes, Tora not Little Pon anymore.
And Tora have lots of sidekicks.
Rex and friends are not Tora's sidekicks. They are real friends, Umon. Rex, meet Uncle Pon, Umon. He did great research with Grampy Pon. He is great builder of ships.
Hello.
Greetings.
At your service. I see. Tora's friends. Tora has lots of friends. Very good. Tora has become fine, Biggie Pon. Well, Tora, did you need Umon's help for something?
Well, we wanted to borrow a ship from Uncle Pon Umon.
A ship? But there are lots of ships in Toragolf. Why hike all the way to Bum to see me?
Oh, well...
Tora run out of gold, hmm?
Yes. Tora spend all the gold on artificial blade. Tora flat broke, like penniless pancake. I wanted to go on a little boaty jaunt to, nearby place, but no money to go on boat.
I hope Tora can keep track of all these fibs he's telling.
There's no other option. We can hardly tell him what happened in Toragorth, can we?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So long as we get a boat out of this.
Artificial blade, eh? Was this what Tora's Grampy Pon was working on?
My name is Poppy. Pleased to meet Uncle Pon.
Yes, this it! This pretty mighty! Tora take after Grampy Pon indeed! Oh, well, how can I refuse Tora now? Tora may use Umon's ship, but there is problem.
What is problem?
You see, ship not quite ready just yet. Not much left to do, but work stop because no building parts.
That's the only problem.
Correct. But that is big problem. Big like sea or mountain.
You mean, all you need is some parts, then you can finish the ship?
It just as you say, friend.
So if we go and find the parts, then you'll...
Of course. I make ship ready, then you borrow.
Thank you. Come on, everyone. Let's go.
Yay! Let's go find ship ingredients.
Don't you love it when games artificially make the story longer by making mandatory side quests for the story. Thank goodness this game doesn't do it as much as like Torna does. Torna, the Golden Country. That game does it all the time. Alright, we're going up there apparently. Is where we're looking for parts. Broken English of these creature fluffy things, it's adorable. What, the Nopon? The Nopon, like, so the same as Ricky in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And Tora in this game.
Come out, come out.
Not
Like,
so fond of fish.
the Nopon are pretty incredible. I like Ricky more than Tora, but Tora's pretty alrighty. I don't know if you remember from like way back when I started stream. How the heck do I get up there? Nupon. It's with an O, not a U, but yeah. And oi, let me get past here. I guess I'll take those branches up. But I don't know if you remember from like my early days of streaming where we were streaming a little bit of Xenoblade Chronicles X and then never continued or beat that game. But the Nopon of that game, Tatsu, was like the most annoying thing ever. Well, this is what happens when you lower your level to the amount that you did like I did in 2 Game Plus. This is what happens when you make yourself under-leveled in an attempt to balance the game more. But yeah, I mean, when you first arrived here a few streams after, yeah, you do. If I ever get like partnered or something like that on Twitch, I'd probably go and like finish off that series as like the Forgotten series, and then like upload those parts as here's like a comparison of like then and now to like stream quality. But otherwise it'll probably just like stay on my computer and there it shall remain not shared anywhere. What? Ye what? Ye what? I mean, I could just go to an inn, level up to level 99 and then be able to take that easy, but you know, thank goodness climbing stops combat. Yeah, that was like forever ago. Speaking of forever ago, I actually did briefly start streaming Xenoblade Chronicles 2, like way back then. Like way back in my early days of stream. Well, to be more precise, in my very early days of stream, back when I was like a consistent 0 viewer streamer every single stream, like I used to sometimes stream this game on the same file that I'm playing on right now that I've made a new game plus out of, where I was going around like collecting all the blades and like trying to get their affinity charts maxed out and stuff like that. And stuff like that. So I was streaming Xenoblade 2 for a while of that file. And then one day I decided that I would do like a, I think it was sometime after Xenoblade X, maybe? It was definitely after my first playthrough I ever did of Kirby Star Allies. It was sometime after that. But one day I did actually start a new game plus from this file, and I started playing through the game on stream. But I only beat chapter 1, and then I never went any farther. I still have that video saved on my computer. I think what I might do after I've beaten the story of Xenoblade 2 and like all that's uploaded as well, I might actually... Yeah, I kind of do a lot of damage. But what I think I might do, that one part that I made that's like an hour and a half long or something like that of chapter 1 of Xenoblade 2 that I streamed like a year ago, I might just upload that to YouTube after I've done all the story content here and just call that part like, this is what my streams looked like a year ago or something like that. But yeah, I wasn't here for any of that, to be honest. I didn't even know you did that. It was definitely a time after you arrived in the stream. But I think it was like late at night one day that I streamed it or something. I don't remember. It was like late at night one day or something like that. Bye, Pyra.
Treasure acquired.
Something like that. I don't completely remember. But I only streamed the first chapter and I never continued. I meant to continue, but I never did. And like the quality definitely wasn't what it is nowadays. But that could be something interesting to like upload after this series is done. It's like, hey, here's a look-see into what this series would have looked like a year ago. You know? As what it would have looked like there. But yeah, I only had one session of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 back then. So I did a new game, like there was my regular profile that I had. And then I started a new game plus and did chapter 1. And then from there, off stream, I beat it in New Game Plus, so I could start another New Game Plus, which is this. So this file that I'm playing right here is actually the second New Game Plus, because I had the original file, I made a New Game Plus, and I streamed the first chapter of that and never continued. But then I wanted to stream this again, so I finished off the story of that file so I could start a New Game Plus again, and now here we are on the second New Game Plus on this file. So on this file alone, this is technically the third playthrough. And technically the fourth time I've played through this game in total. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember much though, so do you ever happen what, Xenoblade Chronicles X? Because for this game, when I streamed this a year ago, it was only one session. I only streamed it once when it came to story content. Like, I streamed it a few times, like grinding and stuff like that, but when it came to actually wanting to stream through the story, it was only one session ever. Here you go. Went through a lot to get this. Meh, friends really brought all materials requested. This is indeed puzzle tree wood and diamond oak. Very impressive. This should be enough to make strong boat frame. Yeah, but too soon for celebrations. Please don't get angry. Maybe we have all bits we need, but Titan escaped. I'd like to hear the details. Rex, what about you? Yeah, the same old side quest stuff. Umon unfortunately forgot to feed poor Titan, so Titan swam off with rumbly tummy. So friends must go and find Titan. Naughty Titan was heading for Masra Spring in Gormat. Surely you find it there. That makes sense. Once you find Titan, feed it the green pollen orbs I provide you. That forms contract between you and Titan. As long as you give pollen orbs, it gladly serve as your boat. Of course, if you run out of green pollen orbs like before, that is far as you go. But this is traditional Nupon taming method, not like rough taming methods used by more Ardain. Wow, very impressive. Friends now privy to very secret trick of Titan trade. Huh? Anyway, go down to Masra Spring. Naturally, Titans not show up except when cloud sea is high, so beware. Tora will do best. Yeah, that's the same story stuff. So yeah, it looks like the tide is low, so I think I have to go rest up at the inn. Yeah, my fourth time playing, but this will be my first time actually trying New Game Plus content. Like, I have 1 or 2 blades already that are unique to New Game Plus, just by like picking them up along the way, I guess. But only a couple, and like this will be my first time really trying out the content that they added to New Game Plus. And there's a lot of cool stuff that they added to New Game Plus that I've been wanting to try but haven't had the chance to. Like, that's the reason why I started that playthrough like way back when, a year ago, because I wanted to try out some of the New Game Plus content. Like, they added new blades. Like, New Game Plus is a thing that was unique to the DLC expansion pass. Yeah, Cloud Strife is high. Like, New Game Plus is a thing that you can get with the DLC expansion pass, and usually when games have New Game Plus, it's just like, oh, you can start a new profile and your stuff can carry over. Whereas New Game Plus in this game is like, oh, here's a whole bunch of new blades. Oh, and here's like a whole bunch of other features that we didn't say were gonna exist when we originally announced it. Like, there's so many things that they surprised us with that came out along the way for the DLC expansion pass that they never even mentioned was gonna be part of it. Like, in New Game Plus, one of the things that they added is called Challenge Mode, which I don't know when exactly we can unlock it. I think I might need to have all the main party members before then. I'm not sure. But you can get it. There's 2 new blades that you can get from Challenge Mode, and it's all these like series of challenges that you can complete to get like rewards and items, and you can even get like costumes to change the look of your characters, which is really cool. As well, New Game Plus added the ability to level down at inns. So in regular New Game, I could just use my bonus XP to like level up like this. But in New Game Plus, to augment your difficulty however you like, you can also level down to set your level to whatever you want. So I mean, if I wanted to just like zoom through the game and delete absolutely everything, I could restore my old level of level 99 and just like start deleting everything. But how about we don't do that, you know? And there's a whole bunch of like little additions that New Game Plus added that let you take your characters farther and make them stronger for like the harder challenges in Challenge Mode, for example. Oh, this is probably for like a side quest thing or something like that, or like a heart-to-heart moment thing. Like, one of the things that New Game Plus added, how about we don't do it yet? What, Challenge Mode? I don't think we can't do it yet anyway. First of all, it's in a place that or do you mean leveling up to 99? Maybe sometime, but not now. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that anytime during the main story. Unless there's like a really difficult challenge in Challenge Mode that I just want to delete, you know? But there's like a whole bunch of other things that you can do as well. Like, for example, Accessory Slots. In the main game, you only had 2, but in New Game Plus, when you level down, you can get bonus experience, and then you can trade that in for a third accessory slot. And accessories are like incredibly powerful. Like this one here absorbs 22% of critical damage Delta's HP, and we'll be getting a blade on Rex in a little while that like specializes in dealing critical hits, and you can get their crit rate. I believe my crit rate on that blade that we've yet to get as part of the story is like 60 to 70% or something like that. So more than half of my hits are going to be critical hits, and 22% of that damage is going to heal Rex's health. Like, just the raw damage from critical hits. There's Overclocking Bang, which shortens cooldown time relative to number of arts ready after a blade switch. So normally when you switch blades, it doesn't matter how many arts are left, the recharge time will go like back to the beginning, and then this bar has to like slowly fill up for you to switch back to that blade. Whereas Overclocking Bangle, if you put that on, it'll make the time of recharge relative to how many arts you used. So if you have all 3 of your arts unused on that blade and you switch away, then it charges back up in like a fraction of a second. If you use, say, 1 art, it'll be like maybe 1 second because it only does part of the circle. Or if you use 2 arts, it'll be like half that time. So if you only switch to a blade for the use of like 1 or 2 arts before switching away, you can switch back to them like way faster than normal. And what's this last thing I have? Slightly fills party gauge for each critical hit delivered. Yeah, so I can fill that gauge for like every crit that I'm probably going to be doing like all the time. Something else that they added to New Game Plus, so like the affinity charts for characters I have mostly maxed out for a lot of characters. I guess I don't on Nia for some reason. That's strange. But like these affinity charts that I was like leveling up in our regular game, that's all complete. But the thing about New Game Plus is it unlocks a second affinity chart with even more stuff to make your character even more powerful. So now I can start dumping points into a second affinity chart with, there's some nodes here that have like some crazy strong perks to them. Like, hold on, what's something that I can put something into now that'd be good? I don't know, reducing enemy break resist is a really good one. Like, I don't know if I'd use any blades on Rex that can cause break, but reduce enemy break resist is generally one of the strongest things in the game there. Should I get another one? This is too much. I know, right? Like, the amount of things they add in New Game Plus to make you even more powerful is crazy. I love it. What's something on the next tree? That'd be good. Look how expensive it gets in terms of skill points. Oh my goodness. Restores 3% HP when canceling an auto attack with a driver. That's pretty neat, isn't it? Let's just take this node, sure.
Nice one.
Now that second branch is leveled up. So like in my regular game, I completed the affinity chart, but now we have a second one to complete. So here it is on Nia, and I don't have enough skill points to get anything there. What about Tora? Yeah, his main chart is complete. What's something here that might be good? Oh, there's that one that can restore some HP and stuff. Yes, let's... Ooh, you can also make Tora a bit of a dodge tank, so increasing agility might also be good. I'll probably get that later-ish. Wow. This game needs to slow it down. Well, I mean, you only get all this stuff after you've already beaten the game, and if you have the expansion pass to start a New Game Plus. Like, the amount of content that they added for New Game Plus is crazy. Because like I said, most games you start a New Game Plus and it's just like, oh, this stuff you had before can carry over. And that's pretty much it. Whereas there's this game where it's like, oh, you want to have the tools to make your character even more busted? Whoops, I keep getting mixed up. Well, here you go. Here's even more progress that you can make.
Off we go.
So like, if you truly want 100% this game, you should be starting like a New Game Plus and getting everything there. But yeah, okay, correction, New Game Plus needs to slow it down. Yeah, I can't wait until we get to some of the interesting parts of New Game Plus. Like, I guess this isn't too spoilery to say, but some of the blades that are on your enemy's side can become your allies. Like the blades that your enemies have, the ones of Torna there, can become your allies in New Game Plus, just from using regular core crystals. So, like, the blade that Malus was using, Sever, for example, or the blade that Akos has, the super annoying Abrona, can be your ally, just from awakening her. In fact, I think Nia already has her. Not gonna lie. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I help?
Oh my goodness, her voice is so annoying. It's such a shame that she's actually one of the, like, best healing blades in the game. But New Game Plus adds blades like that, where as part of the story, they're like your enemies, but in New Game Plus, just by awakening core crystals, you can make them your allies. So it's not canon that they're on your side, really. Like, it doesn't make sense as part of the story because, like, she's our enemy here, you know, not our ally. But just from awakening core crystals, so if I went into Blades, and I probably have like 99 legend. Okay, maybe I don't. I'm going crazy, but I have a lot of core crystals here. But I'm going to refrain from opening any of these so that I don't accidentally spoil what some of the future enemy blades might be. But the original, one of the things that they added for New Game Plus originally was the fact that there were 7 blades that were on your enemy side that you can have on your side just by awakening them from core crystals, as if they were just regular blades like that. But yeah, so I mean, Brona's pretty annoying. It sucks that she's actually a really good blade.
Structural analysis in progress.
Oh, that was something that shouldn't have been showing up. Oops, stupid New Game Plus things. But yeah, Bayo Smash 4 customizable anime sword people edition, pretty much. Look at that blade and think of Overwatch's Healer Mercy. Oh yeah, I don't know that much about Overwatch, but looking at a Brona, that actually gives me those vibes too. So yeah, that's something else in New Game Plus. So I have a couple blades lying around on my party members from like the enemy side. There were some that before I started New Game Plus, I released before starting this, just so that I wouldn't accidentally spoil what some of the future like enemy blades are. But we've already seen a Brona on the enemy side, and I guess it's not really spoiler to say like, hey, in New Game Plus, it's not part of the story, but you can get them on your side. So it's not canon, but I guess we'll eventually fight a Brona with a Brona, even though it's not canon, but it's still a thing we'll do. Titan, this kind of emotional reunion. Just have to give it this green pollen aura, right? Rex, you go do it. Why me? I mean, I don't mind, but try not to get eaten yourself. Also, that blade that I accidentally showed by trying to lockpick the freaking chest, maybe when I edit this later, I should just cut that out. Like, I didn't realize it would do that. Say things like that. Or maybe I should have just started New Game Plus after Chapter 3 instead. Meh, we're doing this now. Here you go. Titan swim off somewhere. Perhaps it has gone to see Umon. I dare say so. Titans are quite intelligent, I'll have you know. Let's go back and see Umon then. I think that's all the stuff that we have to do for the ship there. But yeah, what the heck? Why am I switched to Telos? Okay, I guess I'm using Telos now. But yeah, so Telos was a DLC blade that was added after as well, and is a character from Xenosaga games, which is what Monolith Soft made before Xenoblade Chronicles, and was actually at a time before Nintendo even published their games, before they had funding for Nintendo. So Xenosaga was on the PlayStation 2, I believe, if I remember correctly. So there's 2 blades in this game that are actually from that, Cosmos and Telos. Cosmos was in the main game, and Telos here was added as a DLC blade, like afterwards. And Telos, you didn't even have to have the expansion pass to get, which was cool. Literally, if you don't even have the expansion pass, you still get Telos. So that was cool. That was cool that they continued to add more content that was for, like, all people, not just expansion pass holders. Like, there were a bunch of blades they added just for the expansion pass, but there was like 2 or 3 that they added for like everybody as well, which is really cool. Like, I've never seen a more worth it expansion pass in my life. Like, what was it, everything that the expansion pass added? There's all the stuff that I've covered in New Game Plus here. There's the new blades that you get from it. There's the 2 blades that you get from the challenge mode are actually really cool, and I can't wait to actually try them out myself for the first time. Where Pyrogo, I must have pressed the button to blade switch to Telos there by accident, is what happened. Since I have 3 of them, I switched to Telos by accident. But yeah, all the blades from that, the costumes, the challenge mode, all a new Affinity, all that junk, a whole bunch of new items and stuff, more accessory slots, and they also added the prequel story of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, the Golden Country. Like, I've literally never seen a more worth it expansion pass in my life. Is so good. And they kept, like, I love it when games develop this stuff after the fact. Like, I love the way that Nintendo and the companies under it, like Monolith Soft, like the companies they publish games for, have this same strategy where it's like, hey, let's make this DLC stuff after the fact. So for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, they were slowly releasing bit by bit of more content for like a year after the game came out, ending with Torna the Golden Country. Whereas there's games like, I'm pretty sure Assassin's Creed games have done this, correct me if I'm wrong, but where it's like, oh, here's the main game, but if you want access to like the season pass for new stuff right now, here's this other stuff that we also developed that you can pay for to get. Where it's like, oh, well, you just kind of develop that content on the side to make another paywall there. Like, it doesn't really feel like anything extra, it feels like you're taking something away that could have been part of the main game. Whereas with like Nintendo and the companies under it, like Smash Bros is a good example, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is another good example here, is like, they don't even start development on that stuff until after the game has come out, so it really is something bonus added on. So New Game Plus is busted. It can be, considering that custom difficulty is there for you to adjust the difficulty however much you like. The later bosses, like not the story ones here are gonna be pretty much easy, but like, the later kind of optional ones, / the ones in challenge mode, you can make them as hard as you want. Considering custom difficulty there. And if you do ultimate custom difficulty, which is where you slide every slider up to max, I hear it's brutal. Like, again, obviously not during the main story, because like, I'm broken for this, but you know. Wonderful, friends come back. Have fed many green pollen orbs now, and attachment to ship frame is all complete. Can set sail at any time. Much thanks. No need for thanks. Once friends ready to set sail, come talk to Umon. Okay, so we did that. But yeah, so it's mostly challenge mode and the stuff that you get from that I've never tried out before. Like, I know what happens and I know what you get from it, but I can't wait to try it out myself. I just don't know when we're going to be able to do that. But at some point we'll do that, and I look very forward to it. Latest and greatest Umon vessel is ready and raring to go. Feel free to depart anytime. Let's do it. Have a good trip, friends. Take care, Tora.
So now we borrow Uncle Pond's boat.
Thanks, Simon. We owe you.
Indeed! Enjoy your boaty jaunt!